Okay, so in this video, you'll learn how to determine the slope and the equation of a line using a graph. So just looking at this graph, we can observe that the line in this graph is a negative because it is pointing downwards. So this means that it also has a negative slope, which will be important when we later find our equation. So another important point we can observe in this graph is where the line crosses the y-axis, which is also known as the y-intercept. The y-intercept in this line is at the point 0, -2, where the line crosses the y-axis, where I've indicated with a star. This will also be an important point in our equation. So now, one last thing we have to find using the graph is our slope. So just as a review, slope is our rise over run, or the y value over the x value. We can use slope triangles to find the slope in this line. So the rise, reiterating, is the y value. So here's the slope triangle of this line. As you can see, it goes down -1, which is our rise, or the y value, which is parallel to the y-axis, and over 3, which is the run, or the x value, because it's parallel to the x-axis. See, it also works with other slope triangles if you continue the pattern, because the slope is our pattern of our line. So now we can plug this all into the equation. We know that the slope is -1 over 3, our rise over run, and our y-intercept is 0, -2, which is the important information we need to put in our y equals mx plus b formula. So we'll just plug in the slope into our m is another word for slope, and then the y-intercept into our b, which is another word for our y-intercept. X is simply our x value that we're plugging in, and y is simply the y value that we're plugging in if you were to plug in a point. So we plug in -1/3 x minus 2. And we get the final answer of y equals -1/3 x minus 2.